Hello and welcome back to On the Inside Edge. My name is Hyacinth, one of the other voices behind this channel, and today we're going to dive into one of the most daring and controversial moves in figure skating, the backflip. As the name suggests, a backflip in figure skating is exactly what it sounds like. Think of the gymnastic version, but done on skates. It is a move that is surrounded by a lot of confusion and debate, so let's break it down and get into it. Let's start with what sparked this conversation. The backflip is back! As of the 2024 to 2025 skating season, the International Skating Union, ISU, officially unbanned the backflip and recognized it as a valid element. This means that skaters can now include this element in their programs without receiving any penalties. Although skaters like Adam Shao-Him-Fa and Ilya Malinin have brought more attention to backflip in recent years, and Surya iconic backflip at the 1998 Nagano Winter Olympics, we need to first understand how this element got banned in the first place and why there's so much confusion surrounding this particular element. To understand that, let us rewind back to the 1970s. The first person to ever perform a backflip was Terry Kubica, an American figure skater that competed in the 1976 Innsbruck Olympics. Kubica had actually debuted this move early in the skating season, but the judges allegedly were so stunned that they didn't even know how to score it. Then Kubica brought this move to the 1976 Innsbruck Olympics, and the ISU decided that it was too dangerous and promptly banned it. The reasoning behind the ban was that it was far too dangerous and albeit a bit too stunt-like for figure skating. This ban would hold for the next 47 years until the 2024 to 2025 skating season. Before we discuss the reappearance of the backflip in the 2024 to 2025 skating season, let us discuss the one name that people have come to associate with the backflip, Surya. Surya is a French skater now long retired, but she had incredible power and athleticism, qualities that weren't really celebrated by the judges and institutions during her time. The late 90s in figure skating valued elegance and softness. Think of skaters like Tara Lipinski or Michelle Kwan or Nancy Kerrigan, over sheer power and explosive jumps and athleticism, like Tonya Harding and Surya. To make a modern comparison, Surya would be like Alexandra Trusova, the Russian rocket and quad queen, while her competitors were more like Anna Shcherbakova or Kamila Valieva, graceful and elegant. Surya, knowing that the odds were stacked against her and that medaling at the Olympics was near impossible, because of the skating politics and racism that marked her time, decided to make a statement. In the 1998 Nagano Winter Olympics, knowing full well that she would receive a penalty, Surya performed an illegal backflip and landed it on one blade, much to the horror of the judges, who hammered her for it, but for the spectators, it was iconic, and she cemented her place in history. However, while most people remember Surya for that backflip, she was much more than just a rebel. She was a pioneer. Years before, she was the first woman to attempt a quad jump, trying multiple times between 1990 and 1996, even landing a two-footed jump at the 1990 Goodwill Games. Surya has said that she has attempted the quad toe and quad sauerkraut somewhere between 13 times, but even she doesn't know the exact number herself. Furthermore, Surya said that she wanted to do quads not because she wanted to be the first, but to prove that women don't have to be just pretty and try to do a nice spiral, and that she wanted to mix both aspects of being pretty and being tough and being able to jump. Now that we've explored the history of the backflip, let us fast forward back to the present and to the skater that brought the backflip back onto the international stage, Adam Shao-Him-Fa. During the 2023 to 2024 season, Adam performed the backflip in competition multiple times, even though it was still a banned element. He did it most notably at the European Championships, which he won, and again at the World Championships in 2024 in Montreal. Adam did this element knowing that he'd get a 2-point deduction, and he did, but he did it anyway. Why? Because sometimes you just have to make a statement and do iconic things. Benoit Richaud, Adam's choreographer, said it best. I think we need to bring new elements. We need to be allowed to give a little bit of freedom to the skater. And Adam himself has said that he wanted to push the sport forward and do all the possible things in a sport that combines artistry and athleticism. Using the 2024 Worlds as an example, Adam chose to do the backflip and took the 2-point penalty for it and still managed to place third overall in the competition after fighting his way up from 19th. So it was not that the backflip won him a medal. His skating skills did. But Adam certainly did make a point. Do things because you want and have fun doing it. Since the backflip was unbanned in the 2024 to 2025 skating season, we have seen more skaters attempt it, like Ilya Malinin of the USA alongside Adam. However, I would like to highlight that Adam and Ilya aren't the only skaters making waves with the backflip. Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps have made history by debuting the first ever pairs backflip international competition. Yes, you heard me right. Stellato-Dudek and Deschamps hinted it on their social media before the season started and performed it in their show program at the Grand Prix de France in Angers. Given all the context we've discussed about the backflip, I have a few concluding thoughts, and they are, while I may not agree with the ISU's move to unban this move, as I believe it is still a dangerous element if not learned and attempted safely, it is still nevertheless a perfect example of what I believe figure skating has always been about, a mix of athleticism, artistry, and of course, pushing and redefining the boundaries of what is possible. And that's all for now on this video, and I hope it helped explain the history, misconceptions, and discourse surrounding the backflip. If we have missed anything or new things come up, we will be sure to update it in the comments.